What's something dumb you thought as a kid? My parents used to say they worked to make money, so I thought their job was actually printing money. Me too. In kindergarten I had to draw my dad at work. My picture showed him sitting at a desk with a pile of coins on top. Dad goes into work, 3-year-old me, to Mom, "Where's Daddy?" Mom, "At work." Me, "What's he doing there?" Mom, "Making money." Cue mental cutscene of my dad cutting coins out of a sheet of metal dough, like it's cookies or something. That drinking and driving meant any kind of drinking. I would get so nervous when my dad and I would get fast food that a cop would see him drinking his soda and arrest him. Me too. I told the police officer who visited my first grade class to talk to us about drinking and driving that my mom drinks and drives all the time. BC she used to get big 32-ounce drinks every day at a drive-through. I thought Barbara Bush was Eve from the Bible. The news said she was the first lady, and I didn't know what else that could mean. And she did look pretty old from my perspective. This triggered a memory for me. I thought my mom was the secretary to President George Bush. I remember hearing she was promoted to be a personal secretary to the head of her company whose name was George. My 5-year-old brain didn't really have a point of reference for the amount of people named George. This is adorable. When I was a little kid and my parents were driving, I would see the car in front of us have these rear blinking lights, and generally speaking, they always lit up pointing in the direction our car would be turning. How did it always know? I didn't understand what they were for, so I thought they were there to give instructions on where to go to the car behind it, us. After all, how did my dad always know which road to take, get to McDonald's, Toys R Us, etc.? Obviously he was following the instructions provided by the car in front of us. Hence, I'd always get concerned whenever my dad ignored the instructions the car in front of us was giving with its little blinking rear light. But I figured my dad was just taking a shortcut because he was my dad and dads know everything. Edit for people asking / mentioning our car's dashboard blinkers. I had a simple explanation for that. I thought the car in front of us was also transmitting a signal to also show the arrows in case it was raining or snowing and it was difficult to see the car in front of us. That's a nice one. I wonder though, what happens when you are the first car in the row? How does the driver know where to go? I personally thought that when you stop the car you also must perform some extra actions to manually turn on / off the stop signals and warn the drivers behind you. I never thought the braking process itself and these lights were connected. That people would come in the night and cut off any appendages not covered by blankets. I conveniently convinced myself heads didn't count, because that would be too gross. Yep. While sleeping I kept my toes covered no matter what. Did it well into my 30s. I didn't know turn signals were manual. I thought the car just knew where we were going. I like this one. It's a cause and effect issue. I remember wondering if the tree branches moved to create the wind, or did the wind move the tree branches? I thought the term wind chill factor was windshield factor. Like the weatherman was letting you know if you needed to scrape your windshield in the morning. I thought that too. I mean, I'd heard the word windshield before. I thought it was wind chill factory and some assholes were actually working to make the cold weather. My brother is quite a few years older than me and liked to tell me little fibs all the time. Some of the more memorable ones include him telling me that our uncle invented hamburgers, and that lemonade has a little bit of pig pee in it. Lemonade has a little bit of pig pee in it. Lamau, genius. My dad used to tell fibs like that. He used to tell me that when you sprayed a fly with bug spray it didn't actually kill the fly. It just blinded it so it would crash into the wall, or if it was on the table it would just walk off the edge of the table, and that's what killed them. An island was a giant piece of land floating in the ocean. Edit, thank you for the awards. I used to want to see under islands. Representative Henry Johnson, is that you? Being fired at work meant you were actually incinerated. Holy smokes, my dude. I thought the world used to be black and white. It was. It changed right in the middle of the Wizard of Oz. It's on video. Escalators would consume me if I didn't step off fast enough. Holy shit, I saw a video about some girl falling through it and it still scares me. I mean, this was only reaffirmed with Final Destination for me, and I actually have escalator related anxiety now, lol. My dad told me shrimp were intelligent, didn't die when they were cooked, and still had their brains and nervous systems when they were served. I still cannot eat shrimp to this day. Holy shit on a shovel. You were basically living the Poplars episode of Futurama. That's horrifying. Yo, dad is either seriously fucked up in the head, or he's a major Futurama superfan, or both. I thought my TV was too small to see adults in shows like Tom and Jerry and the Powerpuff Girls. Edit, wow, thanks for the awards. And Charlie Brown. I used to wonder how the actors in commercials got it exactly right each commercial break. It never occurred to me that it was recorded. I just assumed they had them waiting in the wings for the commercials and then acted it out live each break. To microwave something you had to put in a code that corresponded with the time. I was really confused when I found out you just entered the time. First, you technically weren't wrong. Second, why did you make your account? I used to think germaphobes were just people scared of Germans or Germany. I just looked it up, and apparently Germanophobia is one of the words for fear of Germans. Teutophobia is another option, and I have to say it's cooler. The moon was following me. When my daughter was 4, she asked me if the sky at home is the same as the sky at school. It is. We each have our own private moon. I thought actors performed the movie every time I put in the VHS tape. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.